this goes along with the time period that we're studying with the early 1800s, with the Industrial Revolution, and how Charles Dickens, he actually worked in a factory for a while when he was young, so he knew what it was like, and it's a statement of the wealthy and the rich oppressing the very poor, and such a contrast between the two. But it's also a thing of he has about how we can affect the future, not just by what we do in the future, but by our actions today. And what we do today affects the future for our lives and other people's lives too. So, and I also think that obviously it's not a true story and things happen in the story that can't ever happen, but that as Scrooge saw before, he didn't see that he needed to change. So he was stuck in his ways and he thought he was right. But the ghosts show him things from his past that enlighten him. And for us today, we have the Bible mostly to enlighten us, to show us where we're wrong. And when we read it, that's how we see how we need to change. And also just with Marley and Scrooge, how the ghost says that the chains fell off because of Christmas came into their hearts. But for us, our chains fall off when we ask Jesus into our hearts and when we walk with him and follow him. So, I hope that you are all blessed by the presentation of A Christmas Carol.
Children, story time!
Goody! Yippee!
Come, children, I would like to tell you a story called The Christmas Carol. It's Christmas time in London. The year is 1810. Ebenezer Scrooge is hard at work in his office. Ebenezer is a hard-working man, but he is also miserable, greedy, cruel, and stingy. He doesn't know anything about generosity. The day before Christmas, Scrooge and his bookkeeper, Bob Cratchit, busily work in the office. Scrooge scrupulously counts his money while Bob counts the minutes to go home to his family.
Wasting coal so close to closing time, Cratchit? Cold so my work stops when my hand shakes. Cold nonsense. Use the candle on your desk to warm your hands. Yes, sir.
Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Bah, humbug.
Christmas a humbug, Uncle? I'm sure you don't mean that.
I do. Merry Christmas. What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Come then, Uncle. What reason do you have to be so dismal? You're rich enough.
Bah, humbug.
Don't be cross, Uncle. I've always thought of Christmas as a good, cheerful, forgiving time. The only time I know of when men and women seem to open their hearts freely. And I say thank God for it. Don't be angry, Uncle. Come and dine with us tomorrow.
No, thank you.
Well, Merry Christmas, Uncle, and Happy New Year.
Good afternoon. I suppose you'll want all day off tomorrow. If it's convenient, sir. Well, it's not convenient and it's not fair. It's only once a year, sir. A poor reason for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December.
Scrooge is a hardened man and needs a change of heart. Mr. Marley, Scrooge's old partner, wishes to see this reformation take place. Because Mr. Marley is no longer living, Scrooge will encounter Marley's ghost and 3 of Marley's ghost friends.
Thank you for coming, friends. I'm in dire need of your help. There's a soul to be saved. My name is Jacob Marley. Rather, I should say that I was my name on earth. And what are your names?
I am the ghost of Christmas past. I am the ghost of Christmas present.
And I am the ghost of Christmas is yet to come.
Surely you must try and save Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge. At least we can warn him. At least we can get him, give him a chance to escape my fate. Poor man, he has no idea what lies ahead of him if he doesn't change.
We will go and warn him and see if he won't change his ways.
Scrooge returns to his home and retires for the day. While he sleeps, he hears strange noises and then sees a ghost coming through the door. This spirit takes Ebenezer back to Christmas of his childhood, when his heart used to beat with excitement at Christmas time. Then the spirit whisks him off to where Scrooge used to work, a place of joy and love at Christmas time.
Do you remember all the joy you felt at Christmas time? Yes, I remember the anticipation and joy I felt as a child at Christmas time. And yes, I remember Mr. Fezziwig, my old boss, was very generous to us. Very generous indeed, especially at Christmas time. Bless his heart. What is it, Scrooge? What are you thinking? I would just love to be able to talk to my clerk, Bob Cratchit, just now. That's all.
The ghost of Christmas past leaves, and in comes ghost of Christmas present. The sunset takes Ebenezer to a part of town he does not recognize, a part of the city where hardworking, respectable people live, doing their best to live on their meager salaries.
It looks so boring.
Of course. That is all he can afford on the salary you pay him.
Bob Cratchit lovingly leads his youngest boy, Tiny Tim, to the table. Tiny Tim is pale, thin, and carries a crutch.
What's wrong with him?
He is very sick, and his parents don't have the money for a doctor, so he may die.
Die? Please tell me. Will he die?
I see an empty chair in the corner.
Oh, Mother, is Tiny Tim going to be okay? It is so sad. Please tell us, Mother.
I will finish the story, children. You will see. Scrooge felt very sorry for all he had done and said. Then he heard his name. Bob Cratchit was saying,
Because of Mr. Scrooge, we are having this wonderful dinner thanks to Mr. Scrooge. I wish I could see him to thank him personally. Dear children, it's Christmas time. Merry Christmas, Father and Mother. Merry Christmas, everyone. God bless us, everyone. Mother, may you go get a glass of milk?
Of course, dear. Now the ghost of Christmas future came to visit Scrooge. This spirit takes Scrooge to the stock exchange, where two men were talking about Scrooge's death. They were saying to each other, "When did he die?" The other replied, "I only know that he's dead, and the funeral is likely to be very cheap, for upon my life, I don't know who will come."
They couldn't be talking about me, could they? Now we travel to the Cratchit's home. Look, Ebenezer, look at the future of the Cratchit. No, no, please no.
Scrooge woke up and found himself back in his own bed in his own house. The day was dawn. He jumped out of bed and ran to the window.
You there, boy. What's today, my fine fellow?
Today? Why, Christmas Day.
Do you know the butcher's at the corner?
Yes, I do, sir.
Do you happen to know whether they have sold the prize turkey that is hanging there?
The one as big as I am? It's hanging there now.
It is? Go tell the butcher I want to buy it and bring him back and I'll pay you a shilling.
The young boy goes and retrieves the butcher. The butcher, carrying a large turkey and a bundle on his arm, returns with the boy. Scrooge pays the butcher for the turkey and gives the young boy a shilling.
Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas, sir.
This is quite a turkey. Possible to carry it to Camden Town where my clerk Bob Cratchit lives.
Scrooge asks the butcher to deliver the turkey to Bob's home. He gives him more than enough money for the turkey and the cab ride to deliver it. Merry Christmases are exchanged between the two of them.
Why, if it isn't Uncle Scrooge, I'm on Christmas Day.
What are you doing out on Christmas morning?
Forgot the lemons to the punch.
I was wondering if you would let me come to your house for Christmas dinner.
If I'll let you, we'd be delighted to let you come.
He really sees the spirit of Christmas future. Tell us what you see now in the future.
He will do more, infinitely more. He will be better than his word. He will raise Bob Cratchit's salary. Tiny Tim will not die, for Scrooge will get the best doctors in London for him. He will be as good a friend, as good a master, and great a man as the good old city ever knew.
Thank you again, friends. Thank you for Christmas past, present, and future. Say, what happened to my chains?
They're gone, Mr. Marley. It's because Christmas came into your heart too, sir. As Tiny Tim would say, God bless us, everyone.
Everyone, everywhere.
We'd like to invite all of